Hey, Scott. What's up?
Hey, well,
Missing a
not
toe?
not me. I broke my big toe last Friday, and it's miserable. I'm in a boot, one of those shoes with the Velcro on it. It's good because it protects it. Because I've kicked a few things that if I hadn't had that on would have just sent me through the
Yeah.
roof. But I've been going to work. Sorry, I'm trying to get coffee off the end table here. I've been going to work, but when I get home, I elevate my foot and put ice on it. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm downstairs in the library, as we
Hey,
call it.
scan around. Show how big. Every one of
Okay,
these books is a gem too. Look at that.
that's my pod chair over there,
Yeah,
and then that's we got bay windows. You know,
a groovy place to be.
yeah,
Where you?
it's kind of a mess. The coffee table's covered with books. The end tables have books on them, but it's not getting cleaned up tonight. Anyway, uh, yeah, so I've been dealing with that. I did go to I went after I was telling Ellis I was helping at the church move some stuff, and one of those risers. We're having our 100th anniversary coming up in a few weeks, and one of those risers like kids stand on to sing.
Right.
But it's just one step, but it's real high. There was like
Yeah.
it's two. It's a two-piece stage, and the back part we were taking out. The guy on the other side was trying to get behind it so he could wood, and he pushed it. When he did, the legs collapsed and it fell right on my foot,
Oh
on my
my.
toe. And I mean, it was. I mean, it was probably a 150-pound piece of furniture. It was solid, and it
Coming down from
hurt.
my. Yeah.
Yeah, about I don't know, 4 foot, 5 foot
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah. Getting reaching terminal velocity before it hits your toe.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. But um, so I meet Elle, and I was wearing like these paper thin shoes I wear around the house because I didn't know we were going to move stuff when I went up there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so I
I would have
went.
been wearing my shower sandals.
Yeah,
No,
it
I'm
was
just kidding.
about like that, but
Yeah.
the so I was like, oh, I mean I went to the ground immediately,
Oh man.
and I was kind of limping around, and I said I think I need to put some ice on it. My mom was there. My mom helped me get we couldn't find a plastic bag in the kitchen, but we finally got a bag, and I got some ice on it. I was there for a little while, and I said I think I'm gonna go home, and so I went home. And on the way I stopped and got gas, and then I went home, and I kept looking at it, and I go I think I broke it, and
Yeah.
it kept getting purpler and purpler, and then it and so by the time this is probably 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. So I called my wife and I told her what happened, and I said I think I may need to go to urgent care just to get it looked at, and I did, and they ended up X-raying. I had to go to another place, but they X-rayed it, and they got me in a boot, and it was excruciating that night. It was uncomfortable, but the next morning I got up and there's these huge blisters on my toe, and apparently it's something you can get with a toe fracture. They call them fracture blisters.
Huh.
Whatever it is inside is trying to get out, and I was
Yeah.
miserable until I went to and they made an appointment with a specialist. First thing she said is we need to lance those or they're going to
Oh yeah.
burst, and so she lanced them, lanced it. I still got a couple more that haven't gone down, but she lanced the biggest. I mean, and it was like that big. Ellis was huge. I was so miserable. I was rubbing on my socks and stuff. I put a Band-Aid on it, but uh, anyway, so I'm having to
That
clean
was,
that. I have to clean that dressing and stuff.
have
That's
you seen the X-ray?
Yeah, I saw the X-ray.
Okay.
It's broken. You
Yeah.
know, I didn't look at it real close because I really didn't want to see it, but she said it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Um, well, I was very concerned because they were talking about they might have surgery if it's bad, but the specialist said we rarely do surgeries on toes, and she
Yeah.
said if you had to break it, you broke it at the perfect spot because you have to imagine this is your toe, so you have a big joint right by your foot, and then you have another joint towards the end, Well, I broke it right here in between the two joints. She said if you did either joint, would have to do something probably.
Yeah, it probably would have been bad for the rest of its life if you broke
Right.
a joint.
But she said here we won't do anything. And she said if it gives you if you start to have arthritis when you're older, we
Hmm.
can pin this. This joint on the outside, she says, does nothing for your balance. It's all right here. She
Yeah,
said you won't even notice. And if we
they'd,
have to do
they'd,
that,
they'd fuse it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would fuse it. And
Hmm.
so if it had to happen, now the bad thing is we're going on vacation in a few weeks. She thinks
Oh,
I'll be in a regular shoe by then, though. But the swelling's got to go down. That's why I'm leaving it elevated tonight. And
yeah.
you know,
Guy depends on that mobility in every way.
oh God, I'm so miserable because, like,
Yeah, you're a big walker. Yeah, I mean,
oh my
you're one of these
gosh,
guys that likes to put miles
oh my gosh,
on
Ellis.
it, you know.
And
Yeah.
so at work, the building I work in is 2 stories. Up and down the stairs isn't too bad, but it's just a long ways. I have a department that's literally on the other end of the building. It's upstairs in the complete opposite corner of the building from me. I go up there 4 or 5 times, and I can do it, but it's slow and it tires me. And the and like so Monday I went to work before I went to the specialist. I went to work
Hmm.
and I told my boss, I go, I'm going to go home at noon and elevate my foot and put ice. I haven't done anything. I mean, I've drawn in my sketchbook and I've laid on the couch and watched TV, but in terms of like getting, like I haven't been able to draw the comic because I got to sit at a desk.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've talked to Dan about it. Dan understands, of course, but um, the the so Monday I came up from work and I laid on the couch. I watched, I don't know what I watched, but anyway, I elevated my foot, and then Tuesday I went to the doctor. Well, Monday's the day I lock up the building, and so I had to get somebody to lock it up for me.
Uh-huh.
And so the guy that locked up for me, he was supposed to lock up on Tuesday. I said, "Do you want me to lock up?" He said, "Yeah." So I had to walk every square foot of the building to lock, and I'm clomping around. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And the
Well,
guy that
have
normally
you looked into whether or not you can have one of those things where you fold your leg and you're on a scooter?
we've got one. I don't want to deal with it.
Oh, okay.
My mobility isn't that bad. It just takes me a long time.
Okay. I would want to do it just so you can say beep beep.
No,
Mm,
then I got to deal
I
with
don't.
getting it in and out of the car.
Yeah.
They're a pain.
Are they?
Michelle,
They
oh,
look kind of cool, you know, but I guess maybe they might be a pain.
you got to fold them up to put them in the trunk. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle, Michelle's had surgery on both her feet, and we had one.
Oh, okay, so that's why you got it sitting around already, huh?
Yeah, it's much. We've lent it to several people, and every person that's
Said
borrowed it
wasn't worth
seemed.
it.
Well, no. They've returned it a little worse for the wear.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
My cousin borrowed it, and she actually at one point, I believe, was riding it like you would a scooter or a bicycle or something, and she would go to the 7-Eleven down the street, and of course the rough concrete's not good for the rubber tires, but she was going, and she would go, it was up a hill, she'd go up the hill, and coming back, she'd just fly on it. Well, a car pulled out in front of her, and she locked up the brakes and flat spotted all the tires. So it's
Oh
got a
boy.
little bit of a thump, 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 thump when you run. I mean, we should probably
It's been
it's well
used.
used. Yeah, we probably should get rid of it, but you know,
Oh, I don't know.
but
I
it's better
imagine.
than nothing. You can get
Mhm.
tires for it. And we
Of
live.
course, the sexier thing is to get a sword cane and have that. I mean, a cane might be a good thing to have.
Well, I have a walking stick, but I think it would be more trouble than it's worth because mine has a wooden bottom. It's wood. It's a stick. And one of
Uh-huh.
our tree out back got struck by lightning, and part of it fell down. And so I carved it and made a walking stick out of it.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cool. I would carry it when Dave and I walked at night because there's all these dogs,
Yeah, sure.
and so I carried that. But with it having a wooden bottom, if you're on a concrete floor, it's real slick. So if you actually put any weight on it, so
Hmm.
I'm better off. I mean, the shoe has good traction. I don't have any problems walking. It's just it just made to not bend, so you're
Hmm.
clumping,
Yeah.
and it's been terrible.
Nothing natural about it. Yeah.
No, no, no. I'm tired. I'm ready for a real shoe. I figure I'll probably. I mean, the swelling's gonna go down. The blister's got to heal because I got my foot wrapped up in bandages, and I don't know when
Hmm.
that's gonna happen.
I
But
can't help
they,
but think about Laurel and Hardy when a character would have gout and his foot would just be turned into something that was, just 10 times its size wrapped in
yeah,
bandages. And of course, Laurel and Hardy always were always threatening to hit it right on its sensitive spot, of course, and send the guy into. Oh
hang
yeah,
on.
yeah. You're a guy that just introduced himself into Laurel and Hardy recently,
Yeah,
huh?
I've still got the videos from the library. I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
I got a dog visitor.
There's a dog that looks a lot like that named Laughing Gravy in one of your collections.
Laughing Gravy.
Hmm.
And Laughing Gravy. This is
It's funny
Bella.
what you heard when I said that. What did you hear? You heard
Lapping. The dog's name was Lapping Gravy, like the dog was lapping up gravy.
yeah, Lapping Gravy. Yeah,
Lapping Gravy. Like that. Like that's what the dog did. So they
yeah, yeah.
named it that.
Yeah.
So speaking of dog, I got a story for you.
Okay.
So there was this butcher worked at a butcher shop, and he's sitting there at the counter one day doing butcher things, and all of a sudden this dog comes in. The dog comes up. It's kind of a biggish dog. Dog puts its paws up on the counter and looks at him. The dog's got an envelope in his mouth. The envelope, there's a note. There's like $20 bill and a note. It says, I need 10 pounds of hamburger. Give it to the dog. So he goes, thought it was a little strange. We wrapped it up, put it in a thing, held out the bag. The dog grabbed the bag and took off. He thought, that's really odd. Next day, same thing. Dog comes in, he's got a note. Note says, I need, 5 pounds of sausage or whatever. There's money. There, same thing. Takes off. Third day, dog comes in. He's got this note, and again, it's like I need, a pound of chicken or whatever. And so he gets it. He gets it, and he thinks, this is crazy. I got to figure out what's going on. So he tells the guy, I'm gonna go follow this dog. So he goes outside. The dog's outside. He sees the dog. The dog goes down to the corner to the bus stop. So he follows him. Bus comes up. Dog goes on the bus. He goes, what in the world? So he gets on the bus. He follows. Goes about 4 or 5 stops. It stops, but the dog gets off the bus. And he goes, this is crazy. So he follows it. Dog walks a couple blocks, goes to the neighborhood, goes up to this house. The guy's like, I've got to figure out I got to get to the bottom of this. So he's kind of like at the end of the porch. The dog goes up there, puts his paws on the thing, and is batting at the doorbell. Ding, 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 ding. Guy opens the door, starts yelling at the dog. You dumb dog, what are you doing? Da 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 da. Guy comes up and the butcher comes up and goes, are you crazy? This dog's a genius. And he goes, no, he's not. This is the third time he's forgot his key.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. That's good.
Yes.
So you,
Yes.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's I love a good joke like that.
A good dog joke.
Yeah,
So let me tell you a story. I mean, not a joke, but a story about telling jokes.
yeah. Okay.
So in 2020, at my church, we were kind of shut down for a while, like a lot of the summer of 2020.
Yeah.
And I teach a
Pardon me.
Sunday school class, and at the time there was like 2 other couples, Michelle and I's age, so the class had really shrunk.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were trying to figure out what to do. Well, my mom and dad were in the class, like an older family class. My dad was still alive at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the teacher of the class, his wife was in my class. The guy gets sick and dies. And my mom, and he died on a Sunday. I remember he was real sick. He died on a Sunday. And this is while we weren't quite out of the COVID stuff, because I was going, during COVID, I would go to my parents' house on Sunday nights. Oh, I know what it was. Michelle would go to prayer time at church. And I'd drop her off, and I'd go to my parents, see my parents. Because because my dad wasn't doing real well, and so I'd go over there and I'd go help them, do an errand, go put gas in the car, whatever they needed, hang out for about an hour, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, sorry, I got a dog going crazy.
That's all right.
So the guy, the guy died. Well, I called the person who's in charge of other classes. I said, why don't we combine their class and my class, and I'll teach both classes? And they were like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's answered to prayer. Didn't know what I was going to do. And I said, well, my class has shrunk so much. And my mom was very upset because she's like, now we don't have a Sunday school teacher. And I thought, this will make mom happy, whatever. So there was a guy in the class who was like the class president. He's an older guy. In fact, at the time, he was in his late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And he would every class he'd get up and he'd get prayer requests, and he'd pray, but also told a joke. And he was the kind of guy that people would email him jokes, and he'd pull a slip of paper out of his pocket and read it and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was what the class was kind of used to. And this guy and his wife sold their house, and they moved up to Edmond because they couldn't take care of the house, and it was too much for him and stuff. And so they moved up there, and so when they moved, he said, well, I don't know if I'm going to try and come, but I can't be here every Sunday. And he said, I'm going to step down as class president. And he gave me his joke books.
Uh-huh.
And he gave me about 4 of them.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. And I've been telling jokes.
No, show it to me. Yeah. Joke, Moses' favorite travel jokes.
Yeah, they're all traveling jokes. And I'll put a little X next to them when I read it. I don't read it. I tell it in class, but I'll make it in my Sunday school book. I'll write little notes so I can remember the joke is, and then I tell the joke at work the next day in my meeting.
Uh-huh.
It's just a good way to, I think, to kind of break up the.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of the old Norm Macdonald show was just handing out index cards with jokes written on them.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And people that were guests or just become the joke tellers. And it just shows you how important that writing of jokes is, because it's got to be, it's got to be on what you put in, what you leave out. It's got to be right,
Yeah, and I realized
set up and pay off and surprise. That's probably the big thing. A lot of people, obviously, you can surprise people by being, just lay a nuclear bomb of vulgarity on them.
Well,
and that'll surprise them to death. They'll laugh. And, and a lot of comedians do that.
So, well, now obviously I'm telling this at church.
Yeah, you got to tell them in
that's
church.
Not the option.
That won't be your formula. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but and it's funny because this book is old, so occasionally I'll have to explain, like it'll talk about sending a fax or I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't apply now.
Yeah.
But it talks about it. But to me, I don't even think about it. But like when I tell it at work, since I got so many people in their early 30s, it's like, oh wait, hey, I'll tell you. Here's another one I like. I can't.
Okay, yeah. Tell us another joke.
I'll tell you another.
Some big
joke.
jerk is saying hi. Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
there,
how's
man?
it going?
Okay,
so there's an old man, and he goes out and he realizes his car in the driveway has been broken into. So he calls the police. And he calls the police and he talks to the guy and he goes, my car's been broken into. He goes, well, what'd they take? And he goes, well, they took the radio. And he goes, oh, they took the radio. And they took the steering wheel. Like, they took the steering wheel? And he goes, yeah, and they took the whole dash. They took everything out of my car. It's crazy. And the guy's like, okay, we'll send somebody out. So the police officer shows up and he rings the doorbell and the guy comes to the door and he goes, you reported a robbery? And the guy goes, well, yeah. And he goes, well, you said they stole the steering wheel and the stereo and the dash and all this stuff. Show me. Tell me what happened. He goes, well, I was in the back seat.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Isn't that what you say? I get it.
I get
When
it.
you don't feel like laughing too much, I don't
Yeah.
have a big laugh anyway, and that comes up when these comedians are talking amongst themselves about, yeah, I don't have a laugh, and and it is almost like a being having a disability or something like. Some people have got a big natural laugh, and it's easy to fall right into for them. My laugh is more like if I get really tickled, you're likely to get a kind of you remember that character Muttley from the old
The snicker
Hanna Barbera
is
show,
that the dog that kind of snickered?
that kind of thing.
Yes.
You might get that sort of thing from me. An exhalation, I guess you could call it, or whatever.
Gasping for
Yeah,
air.
that's not a good, good
So,
laugh.
so what have you been up to, Ellis?
Well, I'm going to have to actually help Mario quite a bit. It sounds like, but however, Victory, I think he's finally got the book Dino Puns. I think is something he has successfully published to Kindle, which is great.
Oh,
So that
oh
means
yeah,
it can be had, it can be bought, he can start making money, and it can be promoted. And I want to get all over promoting it. Now he comes along though with this follow-on thing. He wants to have a book, and I understand this totally. To
yeah,
have a book, that you've got in your hands after
yep.
years of all that, that you actually have a physical book. But I have to give him the items that will make that work. I have to give him a stitched together front and back cover.
Oh yeah.
I have to give him a PDF he doesn't have right now, which amounts to being a PDF without the covers.
So you
Just
get,
the interior. So I have to gear
yeah,
up again and get all re-engaged and get back into it. But I am really happy the Kindle is out there.
yeah,
That to me is like finish line crossed completely. Because that's all I wanted to see is like, okay, we did it. It's published.
yeah. But I think printed, especially since you're doing print on demand, you don't have to worry about print runs, that sort of
Might have
thing.
to change the canvas size though. I had the
Oh, you
perfect
do?
Kindle. I had the perfect Kindle size, but you never know. I may have to change the canvas size to get it to.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. I probably
I
should have.
self, I've self-published a couple things on Lulu just strictly for myself.
Oh, it'll drive you mad. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, can't you'll load it and it's like you didn't
yeah,
load the font or
yeah.
you didn't. It's like oh my
You
gosh.
have broken 4 of our rules. Go back and try to correct these.
That's why I've never done that book about how, and I think it would sell if I did that. How not to break into Marvel Comics book
Hmm.
with all my Marvel samples.
You could probably do it
I think.
with as a Kindle real quick though. I bet.
Well, I
And of
gotta
course, the
write
way
it.
to do
I
it,
gotta write it.
the way to
You know.
publish is to be on YouTube. Publish just the way you're publishing.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I
I'm
did a.
pointing at
I
my
did.
TV screen like that's YouTube.
I
Pointing
just
at my computer, that's
like
YouTube.
we're on YouTube right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. We're on
The
YouTube.
I did a YouTube video called oh god, what was it? How to break into comics the old school way. And
Oh,
I talked about mailing in samples and what we had to do to try and break in back then. I talked about
mm-hmm.
going to conventions. I talked about some of the book. I have a book called The Business of Comics, and that book was so helpful because it all this. I mean, it broke down everything you needed to know. And back then it was in the early 2000s or late 90s. It was hard to find information. You couldn't just
Yeah.
pull up the internet and look.
Mm-hmm.
You had to.
Well, I mean,
You,
even Stan Lee, when he was putting it all together for how he was going to do it,
yeah.
didn't that book mention that he was looking for guidance on this and that, and they weren't very forthcoming with it. It's like he didn't just hit his stride just instantly. He had plus, and he worked, and I guess when you're a guy that's got a role and everybody knows you as like you've been sent out for coffee a few times, and all of a sudden you're a boss.
Yeah.
It's like I think Lee was in that kind of position where everybody was like, "What? You're my boss now? Okay."
Well, yeah, he was. He was Martin
He was
Goodman's.
related. He was, yeah, he was
Yeah,
related.
he was like his mom was married to a Goodman cousin or something like that. Somehow he was related, kind of distantly, but so they
Hmm.
basically brought him in to be like the office boy, and he kept badgering him to let him write something, and so he
Yeah, he wanted
wrote.
to be a writer. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he wrote the infamous thing was he wrote the text. They used to put text pages in the comics so they would classify as media mail for mailing purposes.
Hmm.
And he started writing that for Captain America.
A little
And
one-page flash fiction.
yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yep, and with an illustration of one page, and he uh, he did that, and then I think what happened was he stayed at Marvel, and he went to war, came back, and when he came back, I think at some point, like like Joe Simon was the art director, and he quit because he thought they were screwing about a Captain America royalties. And somewhere in there, like Stan Lee just hung around long enough till at one point he was the only staff person in the comic part because
Last man standing. Oh, there he
well
is. Mario's
because
waving at me.
there we go.
Hi
Yeah.
there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Sorry about being late.
Well, that's all right. How long were you sitting there waving while I was listening to
Oh,
Scott?
about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Good. Then you
10,
got to
15
hear.
minutes.
Can you hear stuff when you're not on stage? Could you hear me the whole time I was getting ready before I put you on stage, Scott? Could you hear me?
yes,
I could
You
hear you
could.
if I
yeah,
was entered on, I was in though. My picture's down in the corner there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I could hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm
And
glad everybody, because I don't think I can hear anybody until I put them on stage, which is
right.
weird. If you guys can hear me, you guys are actually ahead of
You're
me on that.
you're the host.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
with the mostest.
Yep.
Yes.
I was telling Scott about the fact we've got Dino Puns as Kindle, and yeah, I want to
They're
start promoting that.
they're reviewing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have to review it. Yeah, but you have submitted it. Very cool.
The Kindle book is with them now. For Kindle, but I'm working on the printed version.
Oh, and I was telling Scott how much I've got to help on that. I've got to give you a new PDF, and I've got to give you basically back and front covers put together because that's
And
what you
and
submit.
and make the cover has to bleed a little bit.
Okay.
Has to have
Yeah,
that bleed,
I've got to
I
figure out.
guess.
I probably got to get a brand new template and
Is it
have
one?
it.
Is it one image that wraps around the
It,
cover?
I didn't make it that way, but no.
Well, no,
Do you?
it doesn't. No, it's not one image that wraps around it. It's going
Oh,
to be,
okay.
but see, by the time you print it, they have to
Three
print it,
three
with
different
with one
pieces.
with
It was
one
very
stroke.
complicated.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
it
like
is.
the worst part for when I was working on the other books,
Hmm.
getting
So
it
Yeah.
ready.
one was the spine. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Spine, front and
one's
back.
got to be the
Oh,
spine, the back, and the front.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I've got
and
an idea, Mario, that and Ellis has kind of goaded me into this. I want to do a book called How Not to Break Into Comics the Marvel Way. And I want to reprint all of my samples that I've drawn over the years, specifically because a lot of them are Marvel Comics samples. And I want to
That's a good idea.
and there's little stories about each one, to tell like what I did, and I took it to this convention, I showed it to this guy, and this guy threw it in the river or whatever.
and you'd write.
Yeah, I'd want to do like a text piece and then the pages.
That might go because
Oh, it
there's
might.
so
Yeah.
many comic book would-be comic book artists.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I think if I pitched it right, then I think I would. But I just think about it, and it's just like, oh gosh, it's a mountain of work.
Hmm.
You know.
Oh, well, yeah. But that is one of those mountains of works that yield if you just get a little something done every day.
I
And
have all the.
then you've contributed. You created something that can be shared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one of the few, and believe me, there were like 3 memes that I recall from my experience in college, and that's about it. Well, I did a lot. I did a lot of experimenting. I mean, they provided an environment,
Yeah.
and I was running around with other artists, so it was back and forth stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, one of the memes was from a painter who he talked me into taking his class
Yeah.
to fill it up, and and then he didn't like figurative painting, so I always put figures in. Normally, like 90%. I do
Yeah.
some abstract stuff, but mostly figurative. And he came in and said, "Get those figures out of that painting." Seriously,
Oh,
like,
jeez.
you
Weird.
You drug me in here.
Then he only gave me a B. I was getting A. I got consistent A's in art school from all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe one other one where the teacher had a personal, thing with me because I dated her friend. So that kind of ruined my relationship with her.
Yeah.
But I put on anyway, to stick to the point he said, at a certain point, you paint for therapy, and then what are you going to do with it? You got to share it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can't be only about well, it can be.
Right.
It can be about your just relaxing and doing what you want to. But if you have anything that you feel is valuable, you can share it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good thought.
I'm getting these texts. I'm playing music tomorrow with these people. All of a sudden, they came out of the blue.
All of a sudden, you're a linchpin in a band, huh?
Not the linchpin. I'm more like the rusted screw on the bottom that keeps falling out.
What kind of band is it, Mario? Or what kind of music?
One guy plays the electric guitar with. It's not even a band. Well, I do play with the 2 women. We played at the so-called talent show last year, and then we're doing it again this year. That's with the 2 girls on my Facebook page, if you saw that. But this is 2 other guys. In fact, we have 2 drummers, which is very unusual. We have 2 drummers, not at the same time, like 2 different groups.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow's the new drummer with this guy who plays guitar, very electric guitar. He's fantastic.
Hmm.
And
I dig me some electric guitar, I tell you. It's but I also have you ever heard of that movie? What is that called? Flash or something burn? A flash burn? I don't know. Oh, boy, never mind. But it's about this kid that's trying to get good enough to get past this hard taskmaster of a music teacher.
Oh, I saw that. That was very good.
Yeah, and it's like, wow.
And they're the 2 top stars now. 2 of the top stars.
Yeah, they are.
What was it called? What was
the name of that movie?
Not syncopation.
What is the name of it? Oh,
He was a drummer, wasn't
You
he?
saw it, yeah. He was a drummer. And then he did the Steven Spielberg movie right after that.
Oh, yeah?
what was it? Yeah, the
Game Up or whatever it is. That was very
1,
good.
2, 3 game up or something like that. Yeah.
No,
Movie about- Whip.
Whiplash.
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 All right, what's the name of the movie where
He's in
they
it.
go into a virtual world? What's the Steven Spielberg
1, 2,
movie?
3 go.
No. Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
What was the movie called? The same thing as the book?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Boy, I tell you what, a couple of the guys in Mystery Science Theater just thought that it was just the biggest joke in the world, that book, because they're coming from, look here, some big jerk. Now we know his real name, don't
There's
we?
Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash.
He shared it.
He was probably going crazy, yelling at the computer. It's Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What's his name, Scott? We know his name.
Gene.
Gene, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gene.
I believe that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen his name pop up lately.
Yeah. I've been following Fly Fox Pro across a couple of different things. He showed up, used to a little bit every now and then. I think I made him mad, acting like I might go to Superman.
That looks good. That movie.
It does look good.
That does look good. You know, it looks like it hits all the right little.
I like when they have a lot of different, super villains and super.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you know the cartoon version of the Justice League, right? The really good one.
Yeah.
Not these
Oh yeah.
Okay,
The
so
one designed by Bruce Timm and stuff. Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the best plot in there, in my opinion, was when the Society of Injustice or Injustice group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You had 5 or 6 on each side. That was the best plot, I thought.
Yeah.
With Lex Luthor in his suit.
Yeah, you can divide them off into little A and B stories. Yeah.
And Grodd with his mental powers.
Yeah.
And Superman going like this at the end and hitting him, and he flies across the.
Have you ever read The New Frontier, Mario?
I believe I have one of those.
What's the artist?
Darwin Cook.
Darwin Cook, the wonderful Darwin Cook, died way too early.
Yeah, he did a series called the New DC Comics New Frontier. It was 6 really thick comics, and then it got collected into a trade. But it's the Silver Age. It's kind of a retelling of some of the Silver Age. It's the period like between the old superhero part and when the Justice League came back in the Silver Age.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
I actually like to look at some more DC stuff. I don't have many of them. Mostly was Marvel.
Yeah,
but, I started out. I used to read the Superman and Batman comics first.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, I used to. My natural preference was DC versus Marvel. Marvel had a long time. Yeah, but Marvel had a long time getting their footing.
Right.
With just a
but
whole
in the
lot of,
in the 60s,
in the 60s when I was growing up. Yeah. And when I saw Starro in Suicide Squad, I said I think they got the right guy here for reinventing the DC universe.
That was excellent. That movie.
Yeah, it was well done. And that's what you need is a guy that can. And I saw this review where this guy was telling him he was using he was the guy that was reviewing it from his standpoint that the perfect Superman movie was everything done right in the Christopher Reeve movie. And yeah, he's right. That's a perfect little fun movie. But the deal is that guy had never read a comic book, and I could tell it.
Yeah.
And James Gunn has read all the comic books, and you can tell it. Hey.
And you can tell it in what? In what?
And just the fact he knows these characters. He knows there's three different...
I mean, what is he doing? Hola. But what is he doing that you're talking that he knows how to do it? But what is his project?
He did the new Superman.
Oh, the new Superman.
Okay. He's the director and he's the head of DC's universe. He's the guy that's. Oh yeah, he's going to.
So it's going to have more of a comic book feel.
Oh yeah, he's going to. Everything that comes out will have
some big jerk. That's a great name.
Yeah.
What a great handle there, partner.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what looks interesting to me about the Superman movie is, like you said, Mario, I like when they put extra characters in there or whatever,
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I haven't seen, I was going to go see it last Saturday, but I broke my toe. So
somebody, my wife's friend broke her toe too. It's not the same one though, right? It's not your toe.
Yeah, no, no, she broke her own toe.
Right.
Yeah,
you know her. That's strange. She's in New York City. How long have you known her?
Wait, I know your wife. No, I don't know your wife's best friend.
Oh, okay. I'm getting confused. Sorry.
I thought you were doing a bit. I was going along with it.
It's either me or everyone else is confused.
Jamming. They call it jamming, right? When you really, and you also can call it stubbing your toe. But,
no, I didn't. That's not what happened.
That's Scott's
I've
story.
had those things swell up like you wish it had just gone ahead and broke, but
No,
no,
no, no,
no, you
you
don't. You
don't.
know, yeah,
No,
I
you
know.
don't. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
The
I broke a toe, not my big toe, but the small one on a metal table.
that's kind of what happened.
Dropping it?
No, just walking into it.
Oh, just well, yeah. Oh
I'm
man, yeah.
clumsy. You know, you're about 6 feet tall too. I'm constantly hitting my head on. I have to make sure all the doors on cupboards are closed.
Yeah,
I'm ducking when I go in the kitchen. You know, I just walk
yeah.
around ducking.
It's a miracle I have both my eyes. I can think of all the times I've jabbed myself and collided with things. You know, I should have stuck something in my eye by now, a long time ago.
I'm not that tall, so I'm okay.
There are advantages to everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of how you spin it, I guess.
That's true.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I had this crazy enthusiasm for the location I was at in Simi Valley. I was surrounded by all the, I was right next door to the old Corriganville movie camp, which is used in all the old TV shows. And I got on a big long walk up into around all that scrub brush and got on that sandy boulder and fell right off of it and just
Really?
rolled through all
Oh
this
gosh.
sage. And I was just solid like scabs. And you know,
Ew.
it's so like you know, nasty to basically have dried blood all over you. You know, it's like, can't come
I
to
had,
work. Everybody's
I had
looking
an
at you.
event like that. This 50 years ago.
Mhm.
And I was married twice. This is my second go round.
Mhm.
But I got married when I was 20. We were hippies, and we were going to go camping.
Mhm.
And her brother gave us directions to where they were, and we're going through the woods, and all of a sudden we're lost, and it's dark in the woods, lost in the dark. So
Wow.
that's bad enough. So
Yeah.
we're trying to find where the heck, where are we going? And we get on a ledge. I don't know how it happens. We're walking on a ledge, and all of a sudden I'm going, there's no more left here. And we both started sliding down. It could have been a big drop. I don't. It
Yeah,
was it
yeah,
must have been 10 feet or something.
yeah.
So I just got a little bruised up. We both got a little bruised up, and somehow we finally found the tent. And I told him, I said, I am never going camping again in my whole life. It was not true. I did it a couple of years later, but
Have you ever, Bukowski apparently, you know, you think of Bukowski as tough and all that, but he had his female or whatever she was to him at the time drag him off to some sort of event where he got out in a little bit of country and he just wasn't equipped for it. He got off and got his shoes wet. He was just describing it like it was the worst misery on earth. And it's like, and it cracked me up that the guy wasn't any more prepared for like what happens to you when you
I'm just reading
get out of the
something.
house. And,
What was the name of that? The sailor or something? A ship? Or
yeah,
I don't keep track of details. I'm not a detail guy,
yeah.
except when I'm doing something. Then I have to have everything has to be
Yeah,
perfect.
and that's why I want to put these materials in front of you in the form you need them pretty quick. What are you doing, Scott? You're doing something. It's all clicking
Oh,
around.
sorry. My dice. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. We're
Sorry.
about to play or do whatever. Yeah.
And I was going to
Well,
ask you,
If we were
how
ever
is
going to start.
the black cricket? What's happening with that?
I am working. Well, so I was telling uh, Ellis that in the evening, since I broke my toe, I've been coming home and elevating it to try and get the swelling down. But before that, I was working on. I'm about done with chapter 6,
Excellent.
and we're still charging on. We've had the comic industry has been really bad. The main distributor went out of business. Um, there's people that are going to do. We've still kind of plugging away at it. What I'm trying to, I think what we're going to do is we found a place that may publish it as a black and white. I'm trying to convince them that it would be really cool to do it in black and white and do it small and collect like I don't know, the first 6 issues or whatever as like one of those little manga books.
Sure.
know.
Yeah, that'd be a great format.
I talked to the
Unless
writer.
unless the text got unreadable.
Yeah, we could adjust that, but I talked to the writer. The writer works for a place that grades tests, and so he's been real busy. And then they've finished up now, and so he has not been as busy. And so I called him. Well, ironically, I called him last Friday, a couple hours before I broke my toe. We talked for about an hour, and oh, thank you, Fly Fox Pro. And then after I broke my toe, he heard about it, and so he called me Saturday, and we talked for a little bit on Saturday. But I mean, it's still going. I'm still chugging along. I'm about a book. Well, I say a book. Our chapters are like 12 pages, so it's not a full book.
But
Well,
this
that's a com.
the book is for someone else. I mean, it's not going to be yours. You're not going to own it.
Well, no. I'll own it. I'm not doing it for a publisher. The writer reached out to me, and we've been working on it together.
They're co-creators.
You know, I know, may not come to anything. My books may not come to anything, but you still want to, it's your work. You want to own that.
Oh, I tell Scott that all the time. Yeah, be your own IP. Yeah.
Well, it'll get out, and they brought me in, but I'm part of the team.
If they're not paying you, especially if they're not paying you, yeah.
Well, nobody's getting paid. We haven't made any money because nothing's come out yet.
Isn't that funny? You can be so unmindful of something like that. So I realize that I've been an employee of Mario right here for the past year, and it's like, oh yeah, you want to be your own IP. It's like he outright, he owns the Dino Puns.
But he paid you.
Yeah, he paid me.
So
work for hire.
Yeah. Well.
No. It was great pay, and it was a fun project. And that's exactly what I went into it knowing. But if it goes crazy, if it's like, wow, I wish I had some of that Dino Pun money.
You will get still. If it was a success.
Oh yeah. We talked about a plateau.
On you. Your name is there. They know who did it.
Yeah, that's right.
They know what you can do. Mm-hmm. So, if it's successful, you'll benefit from it. Your books will.
I don't want a whole bunch of projects lined up.
Too in the preface.
Mm-hmm.
I said, don't buy anything from Scott. No, I did mention that.
Flybox. He's been telling us about. I've been staying informed about his. He's talking about as a guy that reads all the time about writing. This is a great book about writing. Chuck Palahniuk's Consider This, and man, it's a great. He's the guy that wrote Fight Club.
Yeah,
and Flyfox is always telling us about what he's up to as a writer. He's been writing. I think he's trying to write a noir kind of thing. Like a police procedural
just
or
takes
something.
One good movie to start a whole trend in a direction, just like Indiana Jones. Even though that actually didn't pan out that greatly. The pulp things they did The Shadow.
They tried to launch. They tried to do the Phantom
with Kirk Douglas's son, and what's her name? I forget her name.
The Ant-Man.
No, that was no. Kirk Douglas's son. That guy. What's his name?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
Romancing
the Stone.
Oh, Romancing the Stone. Yeah. Okay.
And by the way, the as you discovered, because you found him, it was George MacDonald Fraser finally came to me.
Flashman.
Was the Flashman author.
Yeah. Yeah, those are very. It's funny to laugh at a guy that is such a cad.
And he's just very true. He's and he's a deceiving, cheating, lowlife also.
Yeah, it is weird because it is so crucially political, incorrect.
And
it's
very
like,
lucky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he curses and they use the N-word and.
he talks
Because-
about like this is what women are. So let's
Oh, yeah.
just
Oh,
not be
everything.
embarrassed by it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Oh gosh.
His wife is terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Who led the charge of the Light Brigade?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like
You remember that?
you're getting a little bit of a history that way too.
Yes. Oh, the
This guy-
history is great.
Yeah, because he talks about what an ass he is because he's this big guffaw kind
But
of
he
character.
slips into a historical dialogue.
Yes, yes,
So those are highly recommended.
yeah. I think I'm
If
already.
you like English history,
I've got to
uh,
check it out again. I'll probably have to check it out as a book if I actually want to read it because
I've read them
I
and,
forget
and
about.
listened to them.
But I love the audiobook guy. I mean, he is
Scott,
good.
there's a direction you haven't gone into. You really, and you'd like it.
What's that?
The
English
Flashman
fiction?
books. Read them from the beginning.
How many are there?
I've heard of them.
There's
I
like
think
6 or 7 of them.
Okay.
I think you said the library had them, Ellis,
The
right?
last ones were the weakest, I thought.
Okay. Well,
But
I'll
the
at
first
least,
few are
I'll-
fantastic.
I'll get into the first
He meets
few. I'm
Otto
sure.
Bismarck. He meets. He fights alongside whoever. I'm forgetting. Lord Kirshner. Is it Kirshner? I'm not sure. No, Kirshner was someplace else. Whoever led the. Okay, listeners, who led the charge of the Light Brigade?
We only got 2, and they may be gone already. The charge of the Light Brigade. I'll look it up.
I don't know. I
on
can't-
offline.
I can't look it up because I'm on my phone. I'm
He
not
was-
in front of my computer.
I can do it.
You using your phone right now? That picture.
What?
You're using your phone.
I'm downstairs because I got my foot up. I'm in the library downstairs.
But that's from your phone, that image. You're picking
Yes.
it. Okay. That's pretty good.
It was
Yeah.
Lord Cardigan.
Lord
Cardigan.
Cardigan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
look, somebody is talking to us.
You have to monitor that.
Frank Smith. No, that's not correct.
That is, he gets the zonk.
Enoch Light. Enoch
It
Light.
sounds like villains from Dick Tracy or something.
Uh-huh.
With the flat nose or something.
They had some great villains. Flat Top.
Yeah.
Oh man, some of the best character design ever. And they tried to be kind of fun with it in the what's his name?
Warren Beatty,
Warren
though.
Beatty's. Yeah.
That could have been a great movie.
I think Warren Beatty
He
is one of
wouldn't
those
wear
guys.
the nose. He wouldn't
Yeah.
wear the nose, though.
Oh,
The broken
man.
nose.
You
He
know,
should
come
have.
on. Yeah, he blew it. That I really my
Rough yourself up.
no, he failed
Put
there.
yourself out.
Otherwise, it was pretty colorful. It had a few
Yeah.
good
Oh,
scenes in
yeah.
it.
The art direction was fantastic on it. It was.
But
It's great.
he's
that
you know,
way.
he was known for his looks, and I guess he didn't want to.
Another thing, they were trying to get a franchise going, and
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
They had big hopes for that movie too. They thought it would start something big.
That's right. When I was
Madonna, wasn't. She did one good movie,
Madonna.
and that was it.
I haven't seen enough of her
Yeah, I haven't
to
either.
know if any of her movies are like that good.
That's I'm not gonna. That's a pun. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I have seen quite a bit of her in the book Sex.
Oh, you've
Yeah,
seen
the
that
book.
book?
Oh yeah. It's got some great photos in it. She was a great little model. Great little body.
Yeah, she was great looking.
Yeah.
Still kind of good looking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Do we even want to start this tonight? 53 minutes in?
Yeah, we're almost.
yeah, because it'll be discussion mostly.
Okay. Okay, mostly discussion. Okay.
Because well, I think here's what I'm thinking. We either any suggestions first, anything that comes to mind. Let's hear those first.
In terms of Scott would be better about what would bring it up as far as his past experiences. I
What
don't
you
know
want
what
to
tell
do,
you.
and yeah. Oh, I did have something to send about that, so I'll send that. But what is there anything that you want to do with your characters?
I was wondering, is there some sort of thing we can actually share that is semi-interactive that could go on that all look at those hands. Oh, I mowed the lawn today.
You mean writing? Well, you can send a piece of paper, a digital
Well, something like
sheet around.
with a button push or whatever. We all are on the same, like what we do when we share your screen. Basically, that's the only interactivity I guess we really need is to basically have ease with sharing a
'Cause
screen,
I
and the
guess I'm just.
screen being really really cool.
I'm not
I,
sure where you're going, Ellis. You've
Oh, okay.
lost me.
I thought I
I,
was being
well,
making good points.
I think
Go
what we
ahead.
need to discuss first is where are we at exactly? What's going on?
well, the events at the hotel just ended,
Yeah.
and that's where we left it.
Right.
So
The device is gone. It
the
went through
device is
the
gone.
portal. It went through the portal.
The portal
Right,
that
and we
was
had a
on
near-death experience on the
Had a
one guy.
near-death experience.
You had to back up and get out.
yeah, that
But
was
we
in the
now have
garage. Yeah. Or
we
on
now
top
have
of the
oh yeah,
garage.
we investigated that.
So we've gone back into the hotel.
Have you? Okay. We've gone
Or
back
have
into the
we?
hotel. Well, you have. You have. If you say you have, I have no objections to it, and I don't see why that would be a problem.
I think
I don't
that's where we were at. We
Yeah,
were
I
in
don't think there's anything for us to do out here because they've gone through this portal and apparently we can't follow them.
The portal started shrinking also.
Okay.
but we were in I thought we were
Oh,
in some
you know
sort
what
of
we were gonna
plant room, a
we
greenhouse.
we were
No,
Correct.
you
gonna
were in the garage.
Okay.
well
It was a
I
barn
think
converted
we
to a
had gone
garage.
back into the house and we were interrogating or talking to the scientist that had
That's
invented
correct.
it.
And
That's
he
what
admitted, he gave you that big spiel.
about.
Good night, Dan.
Evening, Jess.
So you got, I sent you the explanation that the information you got from him. That was the last
yeah,
email that night.
yeah, and I don't think I printed that out. Ellis, do you have it?
Oh,
And
I've tried.
how long is that, Mario?
Basically, I can summarize it.
Okay, okay.
He was not doing that great, but he went camping with another scientist, archaeologist, and they were hiking in what was that, in the Appalachia Mountains, and they got lost. And then there was a rock slide that exposed this artifact.
Okay.
And by the way, he mentions that what you saw was not the artifact. The artifact is actually a tube with a depression in it, and shines, has a green light to it.
Right.
So he had it dressed up with all this stuff to make it look fancy.
Oh, okay.
But the actual device is just very strange.
I
looking.
did read that. Yeah, I read that about how his own experience of losing all the people he was with and all that.
Well,
yeah.
just the one guy, the other
The
scientist.
one guy. Yeah.
He turned it on and accidentally fired his friend, disintegrated his friend.
Right.
And so he decides to, because he wasn't being too lucky with his devices, his inventions, he was going to try to sell this to further his career.
Right.
So now he's, of course, he's in abject guiltiness and falling apart, feeling terrible. He's shaking and crying,
Right.
And his friend was killed, obviously. Then there was another rock slide that covered where he was, and he finally it took him a day and a half to get back to civilization.
Right.
So he doesn't know where it is. It's somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains. So.
Right. Which caused us to discuss that one guy that writes about an Appalachian guy that goes around and experiences kind of Cthulhu kind of things. What's that? Very famous writer.
So now that we've heard his story, Ellis, what do we want to do? He's upset.
And we're grilling him. Are we being mean to him or what?
So he feels guilty because he accidentally killed his friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I tell him, I don't think you're to blame for that, but we need to figure out what the device really is because it seems to have fallen into really bad hands.
Well, now the other professor, that was one of the bidders.
Yeah.
whose name escapes me right now. Pie-free, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Well, he was the one that was very skeptical about it and thought that it
Oh,
was
yeah.
phony. He said it was phony, and
Yeah.
he's actually working for a chemical industrial company. But he thought it was phony. He just went along just to make sure, mostly at the company's prodding. So he points out, and you guys have started to piece together
Yeah.
that the thing was drawing the wrong kind of company, Mr.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah, who turned into
And
a multi globby thing that we put
yeah,
bullets into and didn't do any good.
what
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that about? We have
yeah.
no clue what that is.
And
Yeah.
he's the guy that made off with it, right? I mean, he is the thing.
No.
No, he did
Oh,
not
No,
make it.
it was stolen from Mr. Sleep. Mr.
oh,
Sleep is a pile of goo.
Yes.
yeah.
They did something to him.
Well, yeah, that's right. The
So,
aliens that evidently came through the portal
Oh, yeah. And you
fried
went
Mr.
you
Sleep.
went, yeah,
They
you went
fried
after.
Mr. Sleep after he ate Morelli.
Yes.
I think what we need to do is we need to figure out who put the list of people together, and
Well,
why they chose those. Wasn't there a lawyer or something that was kind of
yeah.
spearheading the
Well,
thing?
but what would be the point of that direction?
What would be the point of that? This is where I always thought the D&D stuff went. What's the point of that?
What-
Oh, so you played D&D?
No,
No.
huh?
Oh,
But I always
no,
imagine that's probably
yeah,
why they always.
I gave up on it. I think it's gotten better. I'm assuming it's gotten better. Because why wouldn't they grab everything from the other game systems and say, okay, look, we have it too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
more depth, right? They have more storyline, more background, but it's still, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
I like the
Yeah.
more realistic background stories and
Yeah.
settings and history and a little bit more. Not always, and it doesn't have to be modern. It can be. I have fantasy stuff. I have a nice adventure. A couple of them. I've played there in my made-up world a few times.
Uh-huh.
Long campaigns. I mean, that lasted a year or more.
Hey, cool. You guys talk. I'm going to take about 2 seconds and go check something.
Okay. So the reason I said that was
Yeah.
what's the point of looking into the list
Well-
of people that are there? What's the connection to the weird things that happen, Mr. Sleep and the aliens from the portal?
I
See,
don't know.
there's no
Yeah.
connection there.
Yeah.
So what you could do is ask the lawyer who's in charge. What about Mr. Sleep's
I
contact?
think. Yeah.
Is
I
he
think
says
finding
Mr.
out-
Teep off the table because
He's off the table. He was destroyed.
he was destroyed. Okay,
But,
with
but
a
we
character
should-
like that, you expect him to.
Come back.
Be around.
But it would be. I think what we need to do is figure out anything we can about Mr. Sleep's background, and we'll talk to the person that put on the auction, the lawyer, see what he knows, because he should have. He had to contact him somehow.
Are
You
we
know, so-
aware already of like we've been fed? We know that there is a cult, but do our people that we're playing know that?
Yes.
Oh, they
Yes.
do.
Yes.
We are aware
Yeah,
of
because
the
we
cult.
were going to go in town to the bookstore, remember? But we
Okay,
kind of
okay.
ran out of time.
Okay.
So
that's
let's
what we'll
find
do
the
the next
lawyer.
time. We will be going to the bookstore
Okay.
Okay.
in Kingport.
All right.
Can we talk? Before we go, can we talk to the lawyer about Mr. Sleep?
Yes, and he's not going to be very helpful. He said he was contacted and he's looking through papers. He said, "Yeah, I know he contacted me. I'm afraid I don't have any contact information."
So he contacted you.
He said he was going to bring gold coins. That's what I heard.
Mm.
Oh, can we look at the gold coins?
Yes, and and as we said before, they're the real thing. They're genuine.
They're the real thing, and they're like revolutionary.
Yes,
You said?
coins, gold coins. Yep.
Wow, interesting. There can't be a lot of those floating around.
I wouldn't think so.
I wonder if there was I wonder, Ellis, if there's been a robbery of gold coins somewhere in town or somewhere recently that maybe was like in the newspaper or something. Maybe is there somebody there, like a desk clerk, that we could ask them if they knew of any kind of robbery or something like that recently in town?
Well, the desk clerk is ignorant. The people that are left, remember this, most of the
Oh,
staff
that's right. Most
was
of the
trying.
people
They were
left.
trying to get out. And there's also about 4 people staying in
Is
the
it still
hotel. It's
stormy
off season.
outside?
The storm is subsiding, as you may guess.
Oh, Mario, you froze up for a second.
Did I?
No, I heard you. You said it
Oh.
subsided.
Oh,
The
okay.
storm's subsiding. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I froze up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you probably froze up.
Okay, so do we want to go? We'll go to the bookstore next week. Is
I
that
think
Okay.
that's
okay?
agreed. Okay.
I agree.
That's
We'll do
agreed.
that.
Okay.
So you'll be heading into Kingsport.
And I'll give you guys some sort of like, I don't know. I'll just stay along as the, I don't know what I'm up to here.
You're good.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
You're good.
Ellis, did you take your medication or
Yeah,
not take your
I'm-
medication? Which was the
I'm,
case?
I've,
Ellis doesn't believe in medication.
yeah, no, I try to stay
That's
off
good.
of all of it.
Good. That's good.
I was going to make some jokes about
Ellis-
Oxycontin with the
Except
Scotch
except
toe.
except Ellis doesn't go to a doctor either, so
I
that's
don't go
not
to
good.
doctors. No, I will die here in the middle of the floor.
Who just said
Cat.
that? Somebody. Oh, my father. This is weird. My father's family contacted me and sent me a CD of him talking when he's 80 years old. I think I mentioned that.
Oh
Did I?
no!
No,
I didn't.
no.
Oh, I didn't
No,
mention that.
I find
Okay,
it
so
fascinating. So I know
that's in
you
the
didn't.
last couple of weeks. I just got it,
Uh-huh.
Oh wow!
and that is so weird. I grew up without him. He left us,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's so strange, even though he's 80 years old,
Right.
to see him. I'm almost there myself. So that's a little weird, but and he had some adventures too.
So
Sure.
did
That
you
era he
ever
lived
did
in.
you ever talk to him, Mario?
I did meet him because my mother had a detective find him, and he was in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh, and I actually went there.
Oh really? Now,
Yeah,
how long
I
ago
just
was
showed
that?
up. I was 24, so that's 50.
okay.
I mean, 46 years ago. I was
Okay, so-
24, and I was in college. I was at OU.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
that summer, I guess it was. I went there, and it was funny because I have a tattoo.
Yeah,
I
Cisco
have
the
a tattoo
Kid.
that says Cisco the Kid
Uh-huh.
and the Kid.
The Kid.
And and I got to their house. And see, he passed me off as his nephew. Isn't that a nice thing? To his new wife, his other wife, and his daughter. And we walked in, and his daughter goes, "Dad, he looks just like you." So that was weird. His wife didn't know that he had 2 sons in New York City,
Oh
which he
my
abandoned.
gosh!
And we sat down to dinner. And here's Cisco. My real name is Mario. Not. He said it was Tony. He said, "This is my nephew Tony."
Oh,
So his wife is spooning out spaghetti. This is an Italian household.
Mhm.
And she goes, and they had, and then the other thing is they had the biggest Doberman pinscher I have ever seen in my life. It was like the size of a Great Dane, a fat Great Dane.
I've seen those. I've seen those big Dobermans. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable, scary.
yeah.
And the dog's name was, guess what?
Kid.
Cisco.
Cisco.
Oh,
So his wife is going, Tony, addressed to me, "Do you want some more sauce?" And I'm not paying attention because my name's not Tony. And then
Right.
she says Mario to my father, and I'm going, "What?" Oh. And then she said, "Cisco, get down." And then I was really puzzled.
Uh-huh.
That was some
Some
thing that
dinner.
you couldn't write that. I have to write that into a play or something, right?
no, that's kind of crazy.
I knew a guy that was obsessed with finding his mother. He was a mixed race guy that was, he looked black, and his dad was just white, And so he was obsessed with finding his mother because obviously all of his problems involved being black. And he wanted to see what this mother was like. And then he found out when he finally kind of semi-tracked her down, she was in like a mental home.
Oh, great.
Oh,
So
no.
she was just whatever life had handed her had broke her up, you know. Oh, said One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest came out. God, did they say 50 years ago? Would that be right? It can't be 50
I would
years.
say, I would say pretty
Almost
Yeah.
50 years. Well,
Yeah,
it would
no,
be.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you think
probably
about
so.
Nicholson and the fact
Could ask-
Nicholson is gone now, you know, he's off the stage. You know, he says, I'm
When
retired.
Did One Flew?
70s. Yeah, that's 30 plus now. Yeah, that's 50.
Cuckoo's Nest.
Good old
Oh,
Kim
you got it?
Kesey.
You got the date?
No,
You
no,
got-
I was just
When did- when-
do rounding off saying it probably came out in the 70s and
I think it did. I
Yeah.
think that's about right.
Yeah,
50 years ago.
75.
1975. Yeah.
50 years
Yep.
ago.
Yeah.
Good movie. Good movie. How many times did I see it? Maybe. Well, I love the payoff at the end with the chief pulls that water fixture
Yeah.
up, throws it through the window. You just get a big rush. You know, that's all movies are. You know, if they pay off emotionally, success.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I saw the what is it? The game with the blocks. Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft.
It wasn't bad. I liked it. It was easy to watch. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, the
Um,
one where they all go something about the
Jack Black?
zombie chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
When then the crowd goes wild and tears
I've
up
never
the
played
theater.
Minecraft. Have you played
No.
Minecraft? I never have.
No.
Or Mario Kart. I think I looked at one of them once.
I played Mario Kart a couple times. That is super addictive. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, yeah, kind of. I
have to
got
try
kind
it.
of addicted to watching people that were addicted to it. I never got to being much of a player myself, but I got so
You guys
tickled about.
aren't console gamers. You don't do any console gaming.
I've got a
used
couple
to.
I could be playing, but I don't. I've got an old
I
Now
had
they
a,
just
PS2 or
upped it.
something over there.
PS5 now. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm gonna. I have the games I like. I'm playing Borderlands.
Oh,
oh,
I played Borderlands today. It's great. That's one of my favorites. That one.
Mhm.
I'll tell you the three best games,
yeah.
in my opinion, of course. And most of them are where you can wander around and do different things.
Yeah.
And Borderlands has limited that it's a limited space, but you do have a lot of choices. You go to different planets,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of humor, a lot of jokes, and
Yeah.
it's first-person shooter. Not, so that's a great thing. And then there's two games, Zero Dawn and Zero Dawn Wilderness or whatever it is. Has the best science fiction plot I've ever seen. Better than any movie. Better than any movie.
You know, if you rigged it up to
In my
where you
opinion,
could
again,
you could play a game and just play it live, you'd be more likely to make you $1 million off YouTube than just about any other formula you could come up with.
They have plenty of live games.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of. That's what I'll
And they are
watch.
money makers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
I've got-
love being in that community.
Dragon, what is it? Dragon, whatever it is.
Dragon
The-
Age.
Dragon Age was the first two games were really good.
Yeah. I
The
haven't
third one got
played.
too complicated.
I haven't played games in a while. I had an Atari when it came out. I had a Nintendo.
Well, it's a different ball game now.
Oh yeah.
Well,
The
and
immersive ones, like
Yeah.
Odyssey, where they did so much research, and I had studied the Greeks, so
Yeah.
I felt at home there, because they rebuild Athens and they rebuild Sparta, and you can go to island, and you can
Oh,
and you have naval combat.
Cool.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
and realistic stuff in there too. And then the other one is I said the three of them, yeah. Borderlands, the two Zero Dawn games, great science fiction plot, fantastic, and Odyssey has a great plot too, and so does Borderlands for that matter.
I'll look for them.
Great plots.
I'll look for them on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch them on YouTube, but it's much more fun to play, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I asked Grok, I said, has anybody ever pointed out the similarities between Lonely Are the Brave and Rambo? And he said, yes, there have been many people noticed that. And yeah, the stories, I'm talking about an old Kirk Douglas movie. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it a long time ago. I
It's
don't
a
remember
the photography is just amazing on it.
What's the
And,
name again?
Lonely Are the Brave.
Lonely Are the
It's
Brave.
Kirk Douglas is being chased by Walter Matthau up into the hills and he's obviously at home in the hills and in the wild, and he's got a bunch of goofy detectives and military after him that can't cope with what he's used to being in, and he shoots down a helicopter, which Rambo.
Yeah.
And so it's just like that.
He probably stole that from the
I
movie.
bet you Sylvester Stallone. I bet you that's one of his favorite movies. I bet.
What's his name? James Bond did that too, and he stole that from the Hitchcock movie.
Sure. If you've got a helicopter after you, just go ahead and shoot it down. Second best secret agent in the whole wide world. He shoots down a helicopter at the very end of it. He shoots it down with a broom-handled Mauser. It's great. It's a great scene.
Who's the second greatest spy?
Who is the second?
Who's the
greatest
first?
thing?
Well,
that's the deal.
You accused him of being the second one. Who's the first?
It came out at the height of the James Bond thing, so obviously he would be the. His name was Charles Vine, and he was played by some actor that had a great face for it.
The guy in this movie
was named Charles Vine. Yeah.
Okay.
He has a great scene where he's fighting another hitman that just happens to have exactly a broom-handled Mauser, and they both have silencers on them. So you realize that turns it into this big, long gun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but what movies are these?
It's called The Second Best Secret Agent in the Whole Wide World.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the name of the movie.
And Sammy Davis Jr. sings the theme song. I believe you can watch it all on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's a fun movie. It's not.
We have to do
great.
a Mystery Science Theater episode
where we watch a movie together. Sure.
And we could just all our voices would still be going, and just showing the movie, right?
Sure.
Too bad we can't get our head silhouettes on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to copy too much. No, we could watch.
I think we should copy that.
Yeah, Ellis, you'll have to work on that.
And we need some puppets.
Yeah. Oh, I know the talent required for that.
Mystery Science 2025.
Yeah. Hey,
early edition.
Steven Silver, a guy I took a couple of classes with, has complained about on Instagram about the new animatronic Walt Disney. Have you seen that?
Animatronic?
Yeah.
Animatronic.
They got all these talented people at Walt Disney.
I thought it was animatronic.
Animatronic.
Like animation?
Yes.
I think I'd like to see an animatronic.
Yeah, animatronic.
I don't want to.
But anyway, all that talent at Disney, and they don't have a likeness that it is worth a damn for a Walt Disney. Yeah, so they failed. It's like you got all these great sculptors, and they failed.
I still remember Disneyland. There's the ghost dancing around there, and
I'm going in 4 weeks.
Magic Mountain. Oh, that ride, that was good.
I'm trying to
what
imagine.
was really good? Epcot Center.
Oh yeah.
That's a great place. That was fun. You go on the rides. It's all rides, and through different things. And that was always my favorite from going to the carnivals. The things, the tunnels.
They're right. Yeah.
I worked at Freedom Land. You wouldn't know about that because you weren't born, and Ellis was somewhere else. But there was a big amusement park up here. It was in New York because I went to it as I was like 13.
Yeah.
Maybe about 13. And I got a job there.
Yeah.
On the jungle ride.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like Steve Martin. Steve Martin
Maybe I was a little
worked
older, 15 or something.
What were you doing in the jungle ride?
Just make sure they get in the cart, and then you pull a button
Oh,
or
so
whatever.
you're just like an attendant or
pull a
whatever.
switch. Yeah, an attendant. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't dressed as a gorilla.
I didn't.
I
didn't know.
did, but that was my choice.
They didn't hand you a mic and tell you to do jokes or
They didn't
anything
ask
like
me
that.
to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, guys,
I'm
I
gonna
think
go.
everybody's ready to bail here.
Okay. Next week, we'll go to the bookstore
Bookstore
Okay.
in Kingsport.
role playing.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
See
Yeah.
you.